What up, everybody? This is Machine Gun Kelly, and right now you are checking out the corner. The corner. I wish I could give this feeling. I wish I could shut the fuck up.
Let's go! 1, 2, here we go.
Oh yeah, I like this joint right here,
Yeah. Straight up hip hop. Everybody hip hop. I check. What up? Come on.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? You already know this is your boy Kayo here with the man MGK, Machine Gun Kelly. What's good, dog?
What's up? What the fuck is up?
Good. Man, you are one of the artists of our generation, one of the most consistent touring hip hop artists, and you have one of the illest cult followings that we've seen in a while. I looked at your schedule, and you're like touring up until December 1st or 5th or something like that.
Yeah, we don't play around, dude. Every year, man. 200, 300 shows a year, easy.
Man, how do you keep up with your own rigid schedule as far as touring is concerned?
Never worry about what's going on the next day or the day before. So every day you just wake up, and then one day you wake up and you're just like, holy shit, man, we've just done 300 shows straight. My body can't take it. And then
I could only imagine. Do you have like any rituals or anything that you do for pregame to get you ready for your shows?
Oh yeah. I mean, you know, every day is different depending on the vibe, but you know, it's a really close band, right? We're all really close with each other, so you know, 30 minutes before every show, we're always in the same room, same place, breathing the same air, feeling the venue out, you know, just soaking in that vibe, drinking, smoking, talking shit.
Just that energy.
Yeah, just, you know, getting that real, you know, those Cleveland boys type shit. We just getting ready to bring our shit to the stage. So even if, you know, we had arguments, whatever, you know, we always just stay in the same.
It's like a family vibe.
So yeah, we always just, you know, like I said, breathe the same air and hear the same noises and feel the same vibrations. So we all go out there and we're on the same page.
Dope. You just dropped the joint last night, World Series. What? First of all, what inspired that joint, and what inspired you to drop it last night?
Well, funny enough, that joint started by, we were in a house and I was just making a beat on the keyboard.
Okay.
And you know, I started making the beat, and then my friends Slim and JP, they both came in and they started adding their little twist on it, and we just started freaking the record. I started doing it, and then but the reason I say funny enough is because the honest answer was like I didn't want that song on the album.
Really?
Yeah. But I mean that's how a lot of the best stuff comes about, right? Like I didn't like the Mind of a Stoner music video. That's one of my most popular music videos, and that's probably my biggest concert song. You know, it's probably like my biggest concert hit is that. So like you know, it's just like, so like I always just trust the people and believe the people. So, you know, everyone around me was like, nah, you got to throw that on there. And then, you know, we decided to put it on the album, and then we had talked about doing like 2 secret releases. Okay. For everyone who's pre-ordered the album. So everyone that pre-ordered the album gets World Series unlocked and sent to their phone, right? So that's like it's like a gift for everyone who's
for
pre-ordered.
The fans who have pre-ordered.
Right. So, you know, so I let everyone on my team pick a joint they wanted to release, and then I got a joint I wanted to release. So World Series was the joint that they wanted to release, and the people love that joint. I love it. We performed it last night for the first time. Okay. It was fucking nuts, and I'm glad we kept it on the album because it's a great performance record. And the next joint that'll come out is the joint that I wanted to put out. So yeah. So I'm excited. So stay tuned, and October 2nd we'll be releasing a surprise song.
Dope. You heard it here first.
Motherfucker, I'm serious. Who your favorite rapper? I'm curious. He ain't living out them words. He used Machine Gun's verse on the track cause his ass got murdered.
Yo, what's up, MGK? You're the man. Thanks the fuck up.
Stealer and he ain't from the bird. You talking to a Cleveland motherfucker in the verse, so you better not get on my nerves. Biatch, I need Erdo. Keep me moving like Turto.
What's your process for picking the songs for the album? Like, how was that, especially for this time around?
Our album process is really intense with picking the flow of it. I mean, because you know we're known for putting together, you know, probably one of the most I'm trying to think of the right word, but as far as set list goes, we just have such a great live show because the set list is so fucking dynamic. I mean, you got ups, downs, but it's never, you know, it's never too much to handle. It's like this, it's a perfect ride. And so since we do that with our set list so much, we never want to let it down with our album. And this album was kind of meant to be played live too.
Incredible.
You know what I'm saying?
Dope.
So, you know, I organized the way it is to make people feel a certain way, because also some people, you know, I hit them with a lot of street shit at first, and you know, the street shit is big in my life, and a lot of people, you know, there's a couple sides of Machine Gun Kelly that people like, so like, you know,
you want to make sure you give them a balance on
I do, but I also want to like piss people off and make them go into my world too, because it's like it's not always going to be about like I can't just always do what everyone else wants me to do. Sometimes it's like, yo, like I know you love this Machine Gun Kelly, I know you love that Machine Gun Kelly, and I love you as a fan for loving me, but like I can't, like I got to take you to my world, you know what I'm saying? So that's what this album is, just taking you all the way to my world, how I wanted to take it there.
So what's the difference in this process compared to your previous album, Lace Up?
Well, I was a lot younger at that point. I didn't know how to describe a lot of things. I was really dark at that point too, so it was just like, you know, the darkness was coming out in ways where it wasn't like, you know, full-on poetry at that point. It was like rage, you know what I mean? It was like, and people respected that because it was like, he has the balls to let it all out there. Like when I did that song with DMX, it was a fucked up song, but that was what was going on in my head, and it was like, I had to put that out there. This one right here is just a little bit more like controlled chaos, you know what I mean? It's like, it's dark, but there's like, it's poetic and it's beautiful, and it's like,
refined,
it's this kind of like turnaround struggle, and it's really cool because I like painted the whole canvas is what I keep saying, because I feel like on the first one, you know, like I would start it and I would be like, this is what this picture looks like, but then I wouldn't really like describe it, you know what I mean? And so this one is just kind of like laying it all out there and just lets, it may be, you know, too vivid of a picture, but who the fuck knows?
Way to bring it up around, Blaze. Bring that motherfucker back. A couple more, they like it out, please. Cause y'all don't know how to act, and I don't give a fuck. Can I live? Cause we be doing too much shit. Just a couple of kids from east side of the 216, bumming $1 in the dream, real shit. Every day I wake up higher than the night before, blacking out every night on tour. 5 a.m. jumping in the pool and I draw to the couch, gonna run, fuck the law. I was born to be wild, sex, rock and roll and weed pals. Running from the old scene now, following my steps and you walk in the green mile. Cause trees in my pockets like my denims and greenhouse. Leave my teens out, tell me what's my age again. How many hours till I rage again? Hit the story of a young boy in the page we in, said that he ought chasing fame again, and there he goes, what's up?
With a little more, the joint that you dropped previously, it's a very dark but very powerful record. In an era of hip-hop today, it goes against the grain a little bit, but it's also a very refreshing perspective to hear from people of our generation. Is this something, I guess this is also talking about the control chaos, is this something more of what we could expect on the album?
A little more was my view on the world, and that was like my kind of one-off doing that with, the rest of the album is really just more so personal.
I see.
But the thing with a little more was like, yeah, you're right, it was against the grain in this current times, and I think that it affected the record also because I don't feel like it was like the typical record to go to, but the reason why I wanted to put it out and why I made it and why it's on this album and why it's out is because that record will be relevant 20 years from now.
Most definitely.
Because the world's gonna be fucked 20 years from now like it is now, and the things I'm talking about are gonna be things that are consistently going on because the condition of our environment and this planet is going downhill. The condition of our government, our people's minds is going downhill. The condition of our, you know, our security is going downhill. You know what I mean? It's all going downhill. So at the end of the day, the only thing we have left is what's inside of us because they can't take that from us. And what's inside of us is love, man. And so if all, like, you know, I'm guilty of it all the time. I'm an angry motherfucker. But I made that song to tell myself too, like, because there are those moments where you sit there and, you know, you're just like, damn, you know, all this, like, you know, you look at like Jihad, you're like, holy shit, man, like, what if those people just sat down and had a conversation? You would never, like, they would probably love each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, if you only, if people just gave that type of attitude a little bit more of a chance, you know, we'll start to see something we'll start to see some change. And so, like, I'll just keep pushing that message until people decide to say, I'm not gonna be preachy with it, but at least I wanted to give my little 1, 2.
Do as an artist,
exactly. So
I mean?
that song will be here now, and then if it's not relevant now, it'll be relevant 15 years from now. Someone will hear it and understand.
Some songs like that tend to make people uncomfortable, but a lot of the times,
done.
That's
I watched it happen. I took that song to the radio stations and watched people be like,
yeah,
it's a little too real for us, buddy. So I'm glad I'm that guy though. That's what my purpose was in this industry.
Dope.
Yo, I had a dream that the world changed, and for a minute there was no pain. Instead of presidents and old sayings, I heard lyrics from Kurt Cobain. Then I wake up to see the world's ill, oceans tainted from the oil spill. How many kids have these wars killed? How many families can't afford bills?